Hi, this is David Frame from Tools of the Trade. Today I'd like to show you a couple of cool items I picked up earlier this month at the staff to show. The first are some corded Plugfones. Plugfones is the brand, and this is a in-the-ear earplug like you'd use with any media player or phone. What's cool about these is they have an NRR rating. NRR stands for noise reduction rating, and it's what any set of headphones would have. You know, like these headphones, these are probably somewhere around an NRR rating of 22. You know, these are probably a little bit higher in the high 20s. What the NRR rating is it's basically that's how many decibels in theory it can knock off the noise that's surrounding you. So in theory, these have a rating of 25. They would knock 25 decibels off the sound. In practice, you usually knock off about half that because they assume that the fit's not perfect. That 25 number is something they measured in a lab, and as we know, real life's a little different than that. Anyway, what I like about these is they've got the silicone plugs on the end, which I find to be very comfortable, and they fit very well, which means they're going to work well and block out the sound. So these would plug into a phone, and I could listen to a podcast or music while I was working. You have the option to use a phone plug with these. They come with a couple of these little phone plugs. These pop off and you pop them onto this stem. I'm not even going to bother putting the phone plugs on there. I've tried them. I don't care for them because you can't get them to fit very well. To get a phone plug in properly, you need to roll it and squeeze it. And with this little stem in there, you just can't compress it enough to get a good fit. So I'll probably throw those out and just always use these. So these work pretty well. This is not the first set of in-the-ear plugs I've owned. These are some that I've had for several years. They're from 3M Peltor. These have also got the silicone tips on them. I like these new ones from Plugfones better for a couple of reasons. One, these 3M Peltors have this little mute button thing on back, which I don't really use, and because I like to wear the cord down the back of my shirt, when I drop it down there, this thing gets hung up on there and in the way. The other thing I'm not wild about is this has a safety feature called volume limiting. It prevents the phones from putting out any more than 82 decibels, which is a few decibels below the allowable limit exposure for OSHA limit for an 8-hour day. I don't wear these phones for 8 hours at a pop, and I tend to listen at the lowest possible volume. But with the volume limiting feature, there are plenty of times when I'm running like outdoor power equipment or a table saw or something where I just can't hear the music or audio over the sound of the machine because this limits them. These will allow you to run whatever volume you want, which means if you're an idiot and you blast it all the time, you'll end up with hearing damage just from listening to your tunes. So don't do that. Use them common sense. I'm not a fan of cords. These guys offer an alternate to that. This is Plugfones' Bluetooth model. This is very cool. This is all there is to it. Again, you've got the silicone tips that fit in your ear, and this is your Bluetooth unit. It also has a phone microphone, this little thing right here. This pairs very easily. I just wear it back here like this. You can turn it on and off by hitting a button on it, change volumes there. You can advance between programs on your phone. Let me give you a little bit better look at that. So if you look closely here, you see here's an on-off button. You can answer the phone with it. You can ignore a phone call with it. You can go volume up or down with these. Pretty good solid wires. These are very comfortable. The silicone. This also comes with some different size phone plugs. It's got some different size silicone plugs in there. The bigger ones happen to fit me, but there's some smaller ones in there. You can take these things off and clean them or replace them. One thing, you got to charge this thing, and it comes with a charger. The unit has these little teeny contacts, if you look here, brass contacts right here that match up with some contacts on the charger cradle. You just pop this in there, and then you plug the end into USB, and it'll charge in a couple hours. Manufacturer says this will give you a runtime of up to 8 hours. When they say up to, that means maybe you'll get lucky and get that amount once, but most times you'll probably get less. I can't tell you what the runtime on this thing is because I don't wear these 8 hours a day. I've worn them, a couple hours here and there, and they've been fine. I like these. You can kind of wear them back here, very comfortable, and they block out. They block most of the sound. So they work well and you don't have a cord to get hung up on things.